Um, this is a fitting based on the discussion you just had, about the COVID crisis. We heard words like trust the science, follow the data, listen to the experts. We were just talking about it, so it's a perfect segue into this bill. But it does seem, I think, to Senator Anthon's point, these feelings and these sentiments about the pandemic are still with us. And at the time, of course, no matter what side of the political spectrum you're on, it feels like we were all just doing the best we could with the info we had at the time. But as we sit here today in February 2025, it's crystal clear that much of our COVID response was unscientific, unjustified, and frankly absurd. As was just briefly discussed, under the heavy hand of the CDC and Anthony Fauci, we became fixated on mandating that not only free-thinking adults, but toddlers and babies were also forced to wear masks. We all remember the videos of countless videos, and we saw it in person of parents force masking kids, people getting kicked off planes, things like that. The shaming and the gaslighting and the paranoia, I think, frankly, was palpable. And although many of us suspected it at the time, when all of these things were going on, again, I think we were just doing the best we could with the info we had because we've never had a pandemic before. New research has now proven what we thought all along, that much of it was pointless. In a congressional hearing on restoring trust in science, CDC Director Mandy Cohen, who's still the CDC director right now, evaded questions on whether she would bring back mask mandates. 6 days later, a BMJ medical journal, published a study that found, quote, mask recommendations are not supported by scientific evidence. The CDC even posted a blog last year in January 2024 where they said that the CDC's own scientists got the science wrong when it came to masking. And I know there's study after study after study after study. So I would say that, summing it up, the current body of scientific data does not support masking for protection against disease. It just does not work. But the real issue getting to this bill wasn't so much that the mandates didn't work, it was the serious harm they did to Idahoans, both immediately and over time, affecting our health, minds, development, and our community as a whole. And with whispers still today in 2025 of a new pandemic stirring, whether it's bird flu, swine flu, whatever they're going to come up with, now is the crucial moment to shield Idahoans from that kind of government overreach and medical tyranny that marked the COVID crisis. I submit to you that mandatory masking isn't just unscientific, it's a direct assault on our fundamental rights to bodily integrity and autonomy enshrined in the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. So I stand now in the firm conviction that no government official, politician, or bureaucrat has the authority to strip us of these inalienable rights. This is a path Idaho should never, ever have to go down again. And with that, I'll stand for questions.